My mama told me that a bunch of people been calling her on Facebook.
Teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal.
I got some big tea.
You messy and you mess. I'm a little messy too, but this ain't about me. This not about me. This ain't about me. I know I got limits.
How was you well? How was you well?
Be sure to smash that follow button on all platforms: Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok.
My mama told me, I don't see how you deal with this. She said, I went on my Facebook and I went on my Messenger. A lot of people was DMing me. People was texting me saying that, did you know your son slept with your man? She was like, why would they say you slept with your dad? I was like, I don't know why they say I slept with my dad. I said, maybe because of Tommy. She said, who is Tommy? So I had to tell who Tommy was and show his page. She was like, why would he get on the internet and say that? I said, I don't know, why would he say that? And then she was just like, oh, wow. And then she told me about what she had going on. I told her what I had going on, and then she hung up. I said, these people so weird. I didn't want to contact my mama. And then she told me she said it's an old woman called me too. I said, an old woman called you? She said, yeah, an old woman called me and said you was in jail. I said, what old woman called you? Then she showed me it's exclusive. I said, mama, that's an old man. I said, he obsessed with me. He always talk about me every day. I said, he do the same thing I do on the internet. I said, he be asking for cash out. He just don't ever make his money. So mama was like, well, why that old ass man called me and tell me you was in jail? I said, mama, I don't know what would be wrong with these people. She was like, well, how you find my Facebook? I said, I don't know. I said, I guess they went and looked you up. Then she was like, well, then somebody started talking about my grandson. And I'm like, what they say about my nephew? She was like, you must show your nephew. I said, Mom, I ain't never show my nephew. She was like, well, they started texting about your nephew and saying crazy shit and started saying Shamar this and your nephew gonna be built like Shamar. And I'm like, she was like, why they talking about a baby? I said, Mama, I don't know what's wrong with these people. I said, I ain't even tell these people I had nephews or nieces. I said, I don't know why they doing that. Mom was like, it's just so evil. It's just so crazy. And then she started telling me about how they keep harassing her and calling her and shit. And I'm like, but hell, it is what it is. And it's so crazy because my nephew in the hospital too. So it really made my mama, like, it made my mama really upset because my nephew in the hospital. See, y'all don't know about my nephew being in the hospital because I don't really get on here and tell y'all, like, about my family business and stuff like that. So, like, it kind of hurted my family a little bit because my nephew in the hospital. So it's like when they went and did all that, it's too much. Yeah. Hey, Candice. What's up, Booker Bud? Yeah, I just didn't understand why would they contact my mom. And I don't understand why the hell they would talk about my nephew. I don't even know how the hell they found out about my nephew, my nieces and shit. They so damn slow. They talking about something, it's my baby. That's not even my baby. That's my nephew. And then the other baby, that's not my baby. That's my other nephew. And then the little girl, they trying to say that's my baby. That's not even my baby. That's my niece. That's my little brother that's in jail daughter. And that's my other brother that's in jail son. And that's my other brother baby that was just born. So I'm like, why the fuck is they talking about my nieces and nephews? They're not even my kids. They so slow. What's up, Candice? Like, why y'all be talking about my nieces and my nephews? It doesn't make sense to me. Like, my niece or my nephew didn't do nothing to y'all. Not for real. Y'all know what's so crazy? Y'all know what's so crazy? I told y'all I look just like my daddy. Everybody told me something. People, so many people DM me. They told me, like, Alvo, how old your daddy is? I said, my daddy is 50-something years old. They said, your daddy in his 50s? I said, yeah, my daddy in his 50s. They said, your daddy look young. I know. Where I think I look like I'm 18, 19 years old. and I'm 24 years old. Cause my daddy look like he my age, and he 50. I think he like 50 or 49. Or he about to be 50 on April 1st. Put some Lululemons on her butt. Lululemon. Y'all, can we get to 100 likes?
Now, Alvo put out that Exclusive is the one that was contacting his mama, which he probably was. Now, I'm not sure if he was the source, because I just came across a video that's 2 days old that Messy Doll did, and Messy Doll actually dropped his mama's Facebook page. So if I'm guessing, I would guess that he was the source, and that's how everyone else found out who his mama was on social media. And it's people in Messy Doll comments that was not feeling him dropping a page. And I guess he don't care one way or another, because he was telling them they could simply unfollow. Now, are you okay with content creators, bloggers, or whatever dropping family members' pages that have nothing to do with the mess that's going on social media? I mean, because Alvo is grown. Let me know your thoughts after you finish this clip. Let's get into it. And wait 1 minute, okay? I'm not here to destroy nobody, bully nobody, or intimidate nobody. I'm just putting out the stuff that you put on social media publicly. All right, y'all. Enjoy this clip.
Well, you guys, you know, I'm not messy or nothing like that. I'm just a messenger. But this is Alvo's mother's Facebook page or whatever. And her man is locked up. He's in prison. It's a lot going on. But I'm going to let y'all do y'all research. I'm just here. I'm just doing my job. I'm a blogger. You know what I'm saying, or whatever, or whatnot. And her page, she put it on the internet, and you know, Facebook says, you know, if you put this on here, this is that in the community guidelines, this is that. So, you know, obviously she don't care, you know, or whatever. Like I said, I'm just a messenger, and y'all know Alvo have kept up a lot of mess with Shamar. And if you against people abusing the mental people, you know, who or whatever, this is your time. Yeah, but you know, it is what it is. And her husband, who she talked to, he has been in prison. He's in prison too. So y'all go on there and do y'all research. I can't teach you and beat you or whatever. But yes, this is Miss Alvonisha mother page or whatever or whatnot. I love y'all so much, and we're gonna continue to bring the mess, the drama, because we are messy. So here y'all go right here or whatever. I'm not gonna hold y'all any longer. I love y'all.